Hey, hi everyone. You have just listened to the webinar that we have pre-recorded for you. Uh, you saw myself with a beard and a different shirt. And right now I'm live here with you. Just to remind you, my name is Dmitry. I'm founder and CEO at Emma. And I'd like to answer the questions, guys, you might have. So let's kick it off. We have an open chat here and a few questions already. So let me dig deeper. So, okay, the first one. Oh, Andres. Okay, do I have to be already in a multi-cloud environment to be able to use AMA platform? What about hybrid cloud environments? So, Andres, good question. No, actually, our platform is all about the cloud agnostic approach, right? So even if you're AWS or Azure or Google specific user and you have all your workloads there, but you still want to explore the benefits of being cloud agnostic, meaning to scale your workloads into the different cloud environments, getting the cheapest available instances, utilizing the network that we've built to save the money on egress. So again, Emma is your perfect choice here, and you can start with a single cloud and then begin to use the different clouds and then begin like being fully cloud agnostic. The same applies to any sort of private clouds. So if you have a hybrid environment, hybrid cloud environment, we treat this as a multi-cloud, and Emma also could be a helping hand here. We know how to provision the private environments as well. We can establish the networking connectivity, connecting your private cloud with the platform, so you can roll out the workloads through Emma into the public clouds and then into the multiple clouds. So hope that helps. Again, no need to be in a multi-cloud from the early beginning. You can start your cloud agnostic or multi-cloud journey with Emma, and Emma could guide you, right? So with our top support team, with our understandable interface and all the features embedded, I talked to you just a second ago. Okay, here we go. Another two questions. Andres, in case you this is not clear or you want to clarify anything, so feel free to reach out. Okay. Second question. The Emma platform is an enterprise application. What about SMBs? How can they benefit from the Emma platform? Okay, look, Kelvin. Emma, that's acronym, enterprise application, right? Enterprise multi-cloud management application. But definitely, Emma, do you provide the same sort of capabilities to any sort of companies? We have e-founders program for really small companies, where we help startups, early stage startups, to build their very first infrastructure in the cloud, to deploy their very first applications in the cloud, where we do distribute the cloud credits to support these smaller organizations. We want to be the helping hand here as well. We want to help them scale faster. We want them to avoid the vendor lock-ins. That's why we do provide these cloud credits. They can use on any cloud. They shouldn't feel themselves locked in from the very first day of their lives, right? So that's how we do support the community of smaller companies. For the medium businesses, as said before, when I answered when I was answering to Andres. So again, you don't need to be multi-cloud by default. Emma's used for everyone. So you just need to start using the platform for the use cases that you have. And if there is any sort of uncertainty and you want us to dig deeper into it. You want us to help you. You want us to help you with the design. You want us to help you with the implementation, with the migrations, with the shifting into the let's say the first Kubernetes cluster in your life, and you're afraid that we are like targeting the mature organizations only. So it's not the point, right? So we do support any sort of companies. We're happy to. Our goal at Emma is to build the standard for the companies where they know that they can deploy whatever they want, however they want, and they can be like really sure that their end customers will get the service in any case. So the applications they deploy, our customers deploy, will be up and running no matter what's going on. So for everyone, again, if you're the small company, join our founders program. If you're a mid-sized organization, just sign up. If you're enterprise, happy to assist you. We have different plans, different strategies, different approaches for everyone. So I mean, we can handle this. So Calvin, if you want to start working with us, just give me ping. I'll reroute you to our engineers or to our onboarding team. Okay. Cool. Let's do next. Multi-cloud counts with certain risks. Indeed. How does the Emma platform deal with the identity and access management across cloud providers? Okay. So, good question. Through the API gateway that I showed you before, Emma platform can be integrated with your LDAP, AD, single sign-on with your privileged access managers. So any sort of identity management platforms. On top of that, we have created, as I showed you before, we have created this single plane of class where you have all the roles and the policies related to your users and your team members listed. So you can assign the different roles, you can change these roles, you can change the policies, the access policy, the viewing rights, all the things in our platform. And that would equally work for all the cloud service providers. Okay, so that's what we do. So should be fine. If you have any specific questions related to the your specific tool, where you do the identity and access management, feel free to reach out. Again, we are happy to help here. Okay, who's next? Oh, the FinOps. Thomas is asking about the FinOps. How does the Emma platform enable the implementation of FinOps principles? Okay, comprehensive one. So yeah, it's really, really huge. The FinOps is evolving thing. There are a lot of different principles, and they are quite straightforward, I believe. And Emma is the tool that really supports these initiatives and really helps customers to be, let's say, on the same page with the finest FinOps principles. So first of all, what we built and I showed you as the observability tool. So we get the information about the cloud resources, utilization of these resources, and we do the analytics that we provide you in an understandable form, so you understand where your workloads are, how they perform, and how much money would you spend on these workloads over the time, right? We do these projections. We have a powerful machine learning algorithm that looks into the behavior and extrapolates, as shown before. We do the advices, so we do the recommendations. We recommend you to perform the certain actions to reduce your cloud bill. We notify you if anything goes wrong, and we definitely can do this like autonomously, meaning that you can use the scheduler in our platform to optimize the workloads if Emma platform decides that there is a value there, right? So you can reduce, or your workloads would work using the optimal instances underneath of it. That's only the small thing related to the FinOps that Emma platform does, but we definitely can get into the details together with you and check if all the principles of FinOps that exist are supported by our platform. Okay, Tom. So again, we do a lot in this. We do provide a lot of tools, and we help customers to be aware of their cloud spend, and we help customers to reduce this cloud spend. So that's the most important fundamental principles of observability and the cost reduction. So like action, that's what we do. Okay, next one. Oh, yeah. So networking backbone. Jackton, networking backbone. Okay, what difference makes the availability of the Emma own networking backbone to the performance of multi-cloud environment? So what difference makes the availability of the Emma own networking backbone to the performance of your multi-cloud environment? Okay. So first of all, I don't know what is your backbone. Okay. What do you use, right? How many providers you have? 1, 2, 3. Do you have, private clouds, public cloud? So just drop a few comments in the chat. Will be awesome. Okay. So first of all, if we imagine, okay. So hybrid. Okay. No direct connect. Okay, I see. Internet. Okay, cool. So in this case, 60% of your cloud bill, if you have the hybrid environment and you transfer data back and forth, are from egress, right? So you can just type it there if I'm right. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm right. Super. So look, first of all, because of the direct connects that Emma has, and because of the capacity of the network that we built, first of all, we can guarantee you the latency, we can guarantee you the bandwidth, and we can reduce your cloud spend because we have the different egress costs, right? Because we are like connected physically to the cloud service providers. And if it's your private environment, we can like put a switch or the router, or we can, if there is a point of presence at the peering location, let's say Internet Exchange in Frankfurt, we can put the router there, and then we can directly connect you to Emma, and then through Emma to the clouds. So you'll reduce up to 50% on your egress using Emma. That's the first thing. And then you'll get the ability, because of this network, to deploy your workloads in the different cloud environments with the guaranteed latency and the bandwidth, right? And you are able to manage the network as a part of your like infrastructure, helping your applications scale faster using the cheapest available instances, the cheapest available virtual machines. So anything like this. You can deploy redundant applications. You can deploy the clusters with the autoscalers across the clouds. So you don't have these vendor lock-ins anymore because of this network. Okay, so hope that helps. That helps. Oh yeah, sure. So how can the Emma platform help companies protect their data as a part of broader digital sovereignty thinking? What about in other regions of the world where similar needs exist? Okay. So in Emma platform, as you saw, we have the different regions. And within these regions and beyond these regions, you can scale your workloads however you want. So if you want to stay like local and sovereign, like super sovereign, you can use the local providers in this regions, so within this regions. So for example, in Europe, you can use Gcore, LizWeb, ArtMotion, Cyberlink, Post out of Luxembourg. So Telindus, Proximus, any of these providers, right? So you can leave your sensitive data there and use the hyperscalers for the services these local providers do not have. And like, for example, Google BigQuery. Unfortunately, none of these local providers they offer the Google BigQuery, right? So that's the notion. Moreover, you can store your data in a specific region. So, for example, if the company is out of Germany, you can stay with the German region, and with the Germany companies, with the Germany clouds, right? So, for example, I mean, LizWeb is out of the Netherlands, but they have like a huge presence in Germany, huge footprint in Germany, so you can use that. If the company is out of, let's say, Austria, they can work with Canova. If the company is out of Luxembourg, they can use, for example, Post or Gcore. The same applies to any other regions where we have the local providers or the hyperscalers who are compliant with the local regulations. So again, store sensitive data at the local provider and scale global using the best of breed technologies of hyperscalers and the third-party organizations. Okay, of the house. So I think we're running out of time. I see there are like 4 different questions. I'll take these questions as a homework and we'll reach out to you. Okay. So the last one, I'll pick the last one. Let it be this one, the challenging one, from Tom. That's the different Tom. You promise a cost reduction of at least 30%. How you can be so sure, and how does the Emma platform realize this? Okay, challenging one. I'm not sure, right? So that could be 10, that could be 30, that could be 77.4. That's the best case that we've ever had, 77.4 on enterprise grade infrastructure. That could be also 0. If you do not follow the recommendations of our platform, if you do not use the networking backbone, if you're stuck in AWS or Azure or Google or whatever providers managed services, for example, AKS of Azure. And I mean, in this case, we're not able to help you. We cannot enforce those changes. We cannot force you to resize. We cannot force you to apply. We have 0 access to your infrastructure. We have 0 access to your cloud environment, and we have 0 access to the advices that platform delivers to you. right? So if you have the complicated environment, if you have the broader environment than the single managed service out of the provider, if you utilize the networking backbone because you're cloud agnostic and you scale your workload back and forth across the different providers, locations, whatever, we can be sure that the platform would reduce your cloud bill, at least on egress, right? When you use the network. Even if you do not apply any sort of advices that we send you, that will be the less that platform would offer you in this case. And I mean, we say at least 30% when we think by default that customer wants these savings. So if customer uses the network, applies the recommendations, and stays agnostic, 30% is a minimum he gets as a savings. If customer does nothing, he gets nothing. Moreover, he on top of that, on top of his cloud bill, he would need to pay a certain usage charge that Emma charges, right? So it's even, I mean, increase in his cost. So that's why we suggest you to use Emma properly. Emma is a tool that helps companies to save the money, shorten time to market, release the products faster, spend less time managing these environments, right? And deploy your new infrastructure even faster and more accurate. So that's what we are, I mean, standing for. That's what we are building. And again, if you have the top-notch tool, but you don't use it, and you have it in your garage just because you bought it, so unfortunately that will be the useless tool. So again, it's up to you. We do whatever it takes from us to deliver you this cost reduction, this savings, this flexibility. But again, it's up to you guys. So yeah, I think this is it. I tried to answer several questions. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the webinar we had. And again, thanks for your time. It was a pleasure having you all. And in case of any questions, feel free to reach out directly on the LinkedIn, through our website, through the chat on our website, through the email that we have. Again, so any sort of communications are more than welcome. If you want to reach out to me personally, feel free to. I always answer the requests on the LinkedIn. So yeah, stay in touch. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Guys, have a good time. Bye.